you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. And licensed movies have always been a problem for me, right? Because we typically end up running into some garbage that's wrapped up in a movie license or a TV show license or something like that. And today is an example of that. Problem is, everybody knew this game wasn't great. We knew this game wasn't great because it initially was released on different computers a few years before it was released on the NES. Actually, around the same time that the movie came out. And sure, it should be good. We've had a lot of movie licenses though where things should have been great, but they weren't. We've had movie licenses where we didn't expect much from them, but they ended up being fantastic. This is definitely an example of a movie license that should have produced a really good video game, but it didn't. And it took a long time for us to get a game here in the States that was as good as it should have been. The original film was released in 1984. This NES port was released in 1988. Any good video game based on this wasn't released in the US until somewhere around 2009 or something like that. Well, I guess you can count the arcade version, the arcade game. There you go. I don't know when the arcade game came out, somewhere in the 80s. But whatever. Today, we're going to take a quick look at Ghostbusters. Now, first problem you have with Ghostbusters when you start it up, title screen pops up and you hear a random voice go, Ghostbusters! But it's really garbled and it sounds bad. And then you hear the theme song, which is the only piece of music that you get for the entirety of this video game. There is no other music in this game. I'm sorry. But you are tasked with guiding the Ghostbusters around the city, driving, because you literally drive the Ecto-1 to the sites where you run around outside of a building and catch ghosts. And you have to be careful when you're doing that, because if you mess around and cross the streams, you die. If any of the ghosts get away while you're doing this, then your PK meter goes up and you lose money. There is a lot wrong with this game. Control and the pacing are two of the biggest issues here. For one, it's really, really slow. Maneuvering your characters around the screen is tiring. Let's not even get into the end of the game where you have to climb like 23 or 24 floors to get to the roof, to take out to the top of the Zool building. That is probably one of the most tedious things I've ever done in a video game. More so than trying to avoid running out of gas in this one. Oh yeah, you can run out of gas in this game, and you'll have to push the Ecto-1 to a gas station. There is a gas station located in the game, but you can also collect gas cans or these barrels, which that ain't anyway. You can collect gas along the road. You can, if you run into any cars, you'll lose money. It's a weird exercise in resource management in regards to your the money you have on hand and stuff like that, and just general gameplay. this doesn't feel like a home console game. This feels like somebody was trying to shoehorn a PC game into it, and it didn't work out well. It also contains one of the worst translated ending screens in video game history. Instead of congratulations, it says congratulation. This is what happens when you don't pay people to proofread things. Cause baby, that was all bad. How your end screen read like a prison love letter, bro? Ain't nothing good about that. But that's what you expect from a game like this. This is a bad video game. This is another example of a game that you should be given a coupon for something. Yeah, you should get something in return for getting this game. Because this is terrible. But if you decide you want a copy of Ghostbusters, somewhere between $10 and $20 is probably a good average going rate for this. But again, you should be getting something. You should be getting paid to take this cartridge off of someone's hands, because it is an awful video game. Matter of fact, both of the games that Activision did based on Ghostbusters are terrible. And, you know, then there was the hope against hope that the one that didn't come out here in the States, that it would be better than this. And it was. It was infinitely better. Too bad we didn't get it here. But this has been the 8-Bit Animal, and I'll catch you beautiful people tomorrow. Tomorrow. Alright, so there were 2 versions of this game released. One didn't get released here in the US, and it was phenomenal. The other one was done by Activision. I don't know which one I'm going to do. You'll find out tomorrow, though.